Good morning, good afternoon, good evening, my fellow YouTubers, Facebookians. Welcome to another edition of Living Simply Fun. So, I got a couple things to share with you all tonight. Now, I just got back from the library. I went online to do my spreadsheet. I did the budget, checked out some companies. One of the things I was talking to Tara about was layaway, and I never got to finish because the lady's like, 5 minutes until you leave, so I shut down my computer, put it away, and come home, throw it on the charger, which was, battery was at approximately, like 60% when I left, so it didn't take that long. But anyway, so what happened was I went and talked to Tara. Now, Tara got my letters, and I still gotta write her one more anyways. I just gotta get around to it when I write down my game letter tonight. I'll sit down and write Tara again, on the other questions for her. But she basically was like, I really don't want to waste the ink. Now, she's right, she doesn't have to write me. She can even print it out if she wishes and sign her name to it. Well, I love getting mail. Now, today's mail was empty. Literally empty. There was nothing in my box. So, that was kind of a disappointment. I know Tara's making 3 new coats for Moppy and sending me the DS and some other stuff. And, I gotta send her some money for shipping and stuff anyways. But, it kind of, it was, I don't know what to say, But anyways, I was telling Tara, there's a couple of things. Hold on, let me close the door. So, one of the things I wanted to vent about was, as everyone heard in my previous video, I earmarked a can of chili for myself. Now, Chloe went to the food bank today. Now, the milk's always mine unless with mashed potatoes, and she takes the entire gallon and makes it herself, But anyways, so, I went to the library, and I got online, and I went to eBay, that's where I'm checking my prices right now. Got it done. I still got to do totals for the rest of it. Won't take long. I could probably do it in the next 8 days. Small and short, and get it done. But anyways, I got my spreadsheet done. I checked online, found that phones available at Walmart for $129, so that's budgeted. I was gonna talk to Tara about underwear and socks, ordering online through Walmart, just having it shipped to me, so I don't have to worry. Now, a lot of you have been sitting there saying, well, you live on an island, you should just use shipping that way. Yes, but, like, for example, I was talking to Tara tonight about, not negativity towards Chloe. Basically, she, got my letters, and, basically she was saying, and this is true, that, all points of, avenues have been dried up, basically, for getting help. The reason for it is, Chloe's mom pretty much said she doesn't want Chloe back. Chloe has no job, and Chloe's worried about a food stamp, so she's been reinstated, so food stamp's fine. Problem is, there's no cash money, so Chloe has to fall back on me for shaving cream, razor blades, needles for hormones, which were due 2 days ago. Actually, I think we're due 3 days ago. But anyways, with my heart trouble, I've been basically trying to get things moving along, and, well, it's not easy, so. But anyway, so what happened was Chloe, basically, and moody and cranky, with my chest pain and the ER and everything else. Tara was asking me where the roommate. That's a good name for her. She was feeling the usual crap, and stuff. But last night, I was doing something, and I didn't get to tell Sarah the whole story. But last night, I got up, and something fell over. Chloe thought I had a heart attack, fell over dead, so she ran in here. But basically, one of the things that, Tara and I were talking about is, the mental health part, again, I've talked about it earlier today, and the video, I stated, that no one knows what her diagnosis is, so she wants to go to a new place, they're going to request a record, she's going to have to demand it, and they're going to put her on the same meds, and if it doesn't work, they're going to make her wait 6 months, and, the same bullshit is a different day. Chloe's tired of it. It's like, oh, well, if it doesn't work in 6 months, we'll change it. In the meantime, we must on it. She doesn't have to be on it unless she's court ordered. And then she'll just fucking flee the state anyway, say fuck you and leave. She doesn't care if there's a warrant out for in another state. The mental health system, when it comes to warrants, they're not going to pursue say, Chloe, we know you're here in Arizona, we're arresting you, and we're sending you back to Washington. They're not going to waste the fucking resources for it. I mean, look, literally. So basically, Chloe's kind of panicked, and she's like, "Well, I need to get a job." But I tried to explain to her, and in the previous video, and I explained to Tara, that she got a job and she gets quit, and we got restarted. I'm fucking paying $1,200 a month. I bring in $1,308, so figure that out. $180 off for internet and food, all because she gets fired. I mean, it's a shithole. So, she's like, "Well, you're no longer getting a job. Well, that's where you basically pack up and leave. I mean, literally, she's got the opportunity to leave. Let her take it. Instead, she thinks, cleaning will help. I mean, look, 50%, and she's still got 8 days to go to get the other 50% done. It ain't gonna happen. I mean, look at it, for example, okay? I'm telling this to family tonight that when it comes to food, right? Food bank. She says, "Oh, I can have the canned pears." What? No, too much sugar. Bad for the heart. Yeah. So she's like, "Well, I'm gonna have the canned cranberry sauce. We'll take both." Then she's like, "Oh, we got chili. There's 5 cans of chili. I want chili." So there goes my dinner. 5 meals right there gone. She wants fucking chili. See, this is what I have to deal with on a daily basis. If I have a stockpile to eat 1 can a night for dinner, she wants it all. Now I'm stuck with spaghetti. See, spaghetti or ramen. Or peanut butter sandwiches. And then she'll take the peanut butter that I get even after I got half of it empty, and she goes, "How would you want to eat?" I mean, she's like, "Why don't you buy a big jar, like a 10-pound jar for like 20? Because I don't want the spoon touching it every time you shovel it in your mouth." Okay? So this is the stuff that stresses me out. It gives me chest pain. Literally, or headache, or severe pain right up here. Doctor says I'm borderline stroke right now. Literally, and people sit there and say, "Oh, well, I mean," literally, the problem is, Chloe thinks going to getting medicated and getting a job will work, but everyone knows she's been hospitalized in the state so many times. And the last time she received a record, so they basically refused to see her. They just shipped her out 4 days later saying, "You're not suicidal, get the fuck out." So, but anyways, so this is the stuff that I was talking to Tara about in letters, the shit I have to go through. I mean, literally. And, so, yeah, I mean, I love Tara dearly. She's my family. I just don't want to harm or hurt anyone, mentally or physically. And yet, Tara sees how much it is. I mean, look, she's so hateful and spiteful, as Tara said, that, and other family members, that it's like, me being used for my money. I mean, literally. I mean, like I said in my previous video, I told Tara to put my foot down and say no for shoes. She's like, "Man, what about me?" It's like, I can't afford fucking shoes. I can't even afford to get my own shoes, but I have to because my shoes are. I go outside and it's raining. As soon as it touches the concrete, it goes, and then it's all just water. So I get a lake in my shoe, and so and then other issues. I mean. Literally, I mean, one of my sisters, when I did the wedding, she says, "Why don't you go down and see Tara for a while and get a genuine rest?" I said, "Good luck. Poppy's got fleas. I'm not subjugating her and her fur babies with fleas." And that's God's awful truth. I mean, if he had no fleas, I'd be on the first available train down there just to stay with them. Just to get a genuine rest for a week or so. I mean, literally, physically, I'm just exhausted. I mean, I had to trudge down a hill, up a hill to the library, and then down a hill, up a hill to get home. And, being physically ill, and then finally, I looked over my to-do list today. It was a simple to-do list. Emailed these companies fly rods. Done. Emailed them on layaway. Done. That's why I was talking to Tara. If I could just give her the money and have her buy them outright, it'd be fine. But Tara and I also agree the glasses come first, but I want to make sure. I emailed my firearm people I know. Both retired. They said, "Check out this company." They do it. So guess what? I got to call them up and ask them if I can set up layaway through them. There's only 2 or 3 that I want anyways. That's it. I'm replacing them. And then having shipped to Oregon so I can pick them up there and have them locked away in the safe that I'm having, probably so my family makes sure it's there until I move. I mean, literally, I don't want them in the house because, frankly, with everything going on, everyone knows I got rid of them because, Chloe's a safety risk with them. Talking about plugging the Secret Service and FBI and sheriff and law enforcement and detectives and mental health places and national security problems. And, I got rid of them. And, because of it. And they even recommended it, So technically I did my duty, but I can buy them later. But the thing is, as long as she's with me, it can't be done. Literally, I love all of you, and so, this is just a short video, just to explain what's going on, and I wish I could share with you the comments, but Gabby, I apologize, I didn't upload the vid, earlier one, but you guys get the idea. I love all of you, Chloe did a video that she wanted me to upload, basically the Chloe edition about why she's afraid, usually it was about attacking trannies, but and other issues, but my main thing is I love my family, and my family knows I'm going through hell. I mean, I honestly can say I made the mistake bringing her home after the fact that she was homeless in Seattle because of supposedly alleged rape in a homeless shelter. Yeah, Tara J. Laugh all you want. And then, out here, so with all that stacked up, I told the manager what I thought because the manager had a copy of the order that was delivered to the hospital. And the manager's got red flags. I mean, literally, broken phones, broken glasses, throwing stuff around. I mean, literally, she put in that we throw things at each other. I don't throw anything at anyone. I mean, literally. So, but anyway, so my firearm guys, they were tired, so I gotta go through another channel. I gotta write Terror tonight. I gotta write Nintendo tonight. Tara was just like, it doesn't make sense on the writing. Okay, let me explain it to you, Tara. I'm gonna give you an example, alright? Because I love my sister Tara. Alright, now for some of you who want to get a good doggy coat for your dog, including Gabby, go out to Dink's Designs. This is Dink's pen. She sent me 3, I only ended up with 1. But anyway, so basically what happened was, let's see, yeah, I did that already. Oh, no, I didn't do that. Let me redo the box. Alright. So basically, I emailed my companies I needed to. I basically did my spreadsheet and cleaned my email out, which was like 130 emails of spam, which I finally went into Gmail directly because every time I deleted it and marked it as spam, it kind of pop up in my inbox. I'm like, what the fuck? But anyway, that was my only annoyance today, besides being told, let me tell you a story. As you all know, my chest pain's been giving me trouble because of stress. And like Melissa said, Sarah, I need a vacation to Tara, but can't do it with fleas. Now, I know Tara Corey would put me up if I had to for a genuine rest while waiting for the next part of the plan to be put together, which Tara and I talked about it. I think she's more happy that I took care of a couple business emails today on it. But anyways, basically what happened was, is while I was doing it, I only had a 90-minute window. Because, I've been basically physically ill to the point where, just getting up and down the hill, And by the way, for Tara was asking about it, right? This. Now, let me explain Nitro, okay? What Nitro does is, if you're having chest pain, angina, or heart attack, you take one of these. Now, Corey knows this already. Tara J knows it. It opens up the heart, the heart. To do that, these pills are very small. I mean, literally, let's see, can you see my hand? See how small those pills are? They're tiny. So what happens is basically I put it under my tongue and it goes straight to work opening your heart. Now, pills or spray work really well. Most 911 does either, EMS uses pills or the spray. So keep it in a cool place. It's a little bottle about this big you carry with you. Now, Tara was saying, what is the prescription? Here's the prescription, okay? So you don't think I'm taking these illegally. Basically, it says, dissolve 1 tablet in mouth every 5 minutes, call 911. Well, after 3, Tara J's going to say, well, how come you didn't call 911? Well, no phone. So, backup phone's on. So, I passed out. I woke up, and then, about 6 hours later, so more chest pain. Same thing. So, in a 48-hour period, like I said, and so forth, I had to take, 12. But, that means there's 13 left in the bottle. Reason for it is it opens up the heart, and the heart, and this only happens when, you have too much grease in your system, grease and cholesterol. Now, you can run on a treadmill, as I talked to a doctor, it won't burn it off. All that cholesterol still there. You have to go in there and clean it out. An angioplasty or catheterization and, stuff that clean it out, unclog it. Now, Aaron, his heart, half his heart was 99% thrombosis, which means atherosclerosis, which is hardening of the arteries because of the diet. So, I wanted to explain that to Tara tonight. So basically, because of my diet, I've been trying to eat healthier. I mean, like today I was hungry, right? I could have fired up a pot of noodles, while waiting for dinner. Instead, I ate a couple handfuls of walnuts. We got a big bag of walnuts, and again, it's like, I was like, fine, I'm not selfish. But, the chili, on the other hand, it is loaded in fat and grease and stuff, but I was going to eat it for myself instead. That went way to me now using spaghetti as an alternative for the rest of my meals because she wants the chili. So, there you have it, and I know Tara basically knows that, she went to the food bank, yes, but we agreed she was going to have black beans, so, but anyways, so before I get making dinner soon, I just wanted to share with you, tonight's dinner, sausage and eggs, yes, I know, not good for me because it can flare it up, but I gotta eat it. It's either ramen soup and a broth or greasy breakfast for dinner and hope like hell I survive because, the thing is I gotta eat, and they gave up a chub of sausage. Now, I asked if there was something else. She said, well, there was a pound of hamburger. Hamburger's pretty fat anyway. They give it the fattiest stuff for food bank. I ain't complaining. But anyways, it was like sausage or hamburger, and I'm thinking, and people think, oh, so pork's more healthier. No, it isn't. It's actually more unhealthy, people didn't know that. So, that's why they nicknamed bacon fatbacks, fatbacks and grits, it's not a good thing, but anyways, that's my story. So basically, like I said, with all the shit that happened, and, et cetera, going offline, and, and everything, off island and stuff, and I'm just exhausted. I mean, literally, as I told Terry, Terry's like, well, why didn't I see you? Well, as you all know, Chloe marched up there on the 2nd of February, 2 in the morning, and basically let them have it. And basically told them, look, we're not dealing with you. You guys are fucking stupid. You didn't change my gender marker. You're accusing me of being a man. You're fucking treating Rita like crap. You won't let her have her dog with. They're basically pinning it on EMS and the fucking sheriff and not the hospital. Well, the hospital, I talked to an email about the lawyer. And, because Wi-Fi does work at the hospital, big hospital. And, oh yeah, they were not happy that I was denied. So, that's basically a lawsuit right there, being transgender. Aaron died of heart disease. Tara and Corey, they don't want me dying of heart disease. So, you see the math, the whole damn fucking problem is that it's like they want me dead because, whatever. But, Chloe basically, and as I said, to Tara tonight, and I didn't get to ask her the question, but, in my opinion, mental hospital ain't working. I mean, Chloe's got this idea, go in there, get situated, get placed for medication. It won't work. They already know how many times she's been hospitalized. She has to get permission from North Sound Behavioral Organization, which basically authorizes. They might be like, oh, well, we can't do it because she hasn't gone through the other proper channels. Well, she doesn't want to go through it. I mean, look. So, let me put it to you all, okay? I know Tara J's sitting there like, kick her to the curb, I already said my opinion on that, but let me cut the cheese, as and continue. So what I was telling Tara was, no, it was Teddy, that, I think it was Teddy, Yeah, anyway, Tara Ketty. Basically, Chloe wants to go to a place called Seamar. Now, to do Seamar, it's first come, first serve. She's like, oh, well, I can be there at 9 in the morning. Yes, but we don't know where they're at. Bus transfer, this transfer might be 10:30, and it might be booked up for the entire day. They said it's first come, first serve. So if you come there, you might be waiting till 6 at night, or until they close, which means you ain't getting on the bus home. She's like, oh, what do we do? I said, that's where either I have to fork out $280 of ferry tickets, or you got to make your own decisions as to be. I mean, literally, frankly, in my opinion, $280 of ferry tickets is a lot of money that goes to food. And that's the other thing I want to talk about with Tara with food. I mean, literally, do I order Schwann's, have it brought in, plop in the freezer, stockpile of pizza? I mean, literally, I'm physically so ill that I barely walked up a hill today just to go to the library just to say, hey, I'm okay, except for the nitro, that's prescribed, and TJ, I know what you're thinking, you should have went in, but, they basically said we're not welcome there. It wasn't about the bill, it was just like, we're not welcome there. It's like because Chloe turned around and said, look, you didn't take care of this, you didn't allow Marina the dog, you didn't do that, you didn't do this. They're like, well, paying it up for the chair, paying it up with this. And then, it takes them, I even told them, I said, look, I told the clinic, I said, another reason I think your clinic's shitty is, basically, because you guys are basically making me go through fucking every time I want my records, I gotta go through this place and wait 6 weeks. You guys gotta give it to me within 2-week time frame by law. Oh, well, we're so backlogged. Bullshit, you're backlogged. You guys are backlogged because each state's differently. Washington, it's 2 weeks. Oregon, it's 6 weeks. Fucking Alaska, it's fucking 8 weeks. So, the thing is if you guys can sit on your ass for 8 weeks in Alaska and then you gotta get it out 2 weeks and it takes fucking 6, they're the fucking problem. And, that's the other thing. I mean, literally, Tara and I talked, and another thing that was disturbing, as everyone knows, is the hospital thought IVU was closed. Tara's like, absolutely fucking not. I mean, literally. There's enough evidence stacked up between Tara J, Gabby, Lexi, and everything I've documented that it's reversed. I mean, I could stick that fucking 20-page letter that Tara knows about under the fucking doctor's nose and basically say, read that and fucking weep. The thing is I made a mistake thinking she'd get better, but putting her on psych meds makes it worse. Basically, she has no feeling from her lower extremity down, and then, makes her more violent and angry. It's like the psychiatrist I talked to said in front of Chloe. The meds don't work because it's not, as the body basically says, I don't need these meds, this is the right one. So technically, if they are going to diagnose, literally, they're putting her on one for an antidepressant that doesn't work because, frankly, they said the body has to have a certain antidepressant for it to work. If it doesn't work, then they put her on something for agitation for autism. If that doesn't work, she's not autistic. And then the last one was an antipsychotic/seizure med. I'm sorry, but if you're putting her on a med for, she had another med that was a seizure counter seizure. So this med can cause seizures. We're putting on another med for seizures to counter it. Like I was telling Terry, if Chloe's mom ever realized that it's in her records that she basically accused Chloe accused her mom of abusing her and her stepdad, shit would hit the fan. Literally, it's not cut and dry. The point is why am I saying this is because, right now I'm in between, rock and a hard place. I don't know what to do, so I asked Tara for advice, and she's like, look, as Tara said, she's like, if law enforcement, hypothetically, federal or local, would have done something, they would have done it by now. But nope, they don't care. That's the first thing. She's too mentally ill, so it's like, she can't do anything. So if she basically murdered someone, she basically sent her to a mental hospital for life, and that's it. They wouldn't be sending her to prison. So technically, you get the idea. It's like the mentally ill get away with more, and it's, we need a law that says the mentally ill can't. Literally, and the mentally ill, in my fucking opinion, I'm basically standing my ground and saying, look, the mental health system is fucking broken. And I'm standing by it. Look, like Tara said, and didn't. She never gave a chance, alright? When Grant Integrated Services says, oh, what's therapy gonna do for you? What's cash assistance gonna do for you? What's disability gonna do for you? What's the sex change gonna do for you? What's having Rita around gonna do for you? Chloe kept hitting her head on the wall and said, what's hitting her head on the wall gonna do for you? She said, fuck you. She went to fucking Floyd. Floyd basically turned around and said, out there, borderline, borderline, Didn't even diagnose her. Didn't even fucking do it. Just said, oh, you meet all the criteria. Here you go. Then she goes back to the one hospital that they said that they didn't think she was borderline. She might have had a TMI, traumatic brain injury, a TBI. Fortunately, they wanted to look into it, but the therapist couldn't handle her because of her, talking about the government conspiring against her, how the government needs to die, and this and that. And so she sent him back to Grant. Grant turned around and she said, fuck you. So that was the third place. She finally, after so many ER visits, with Grant's record, she ended up going to fucking Catholic Charity. They basically looked over him and said, borderline, self-diagnosed autistic like everyone else. I mean, you're not self-diagnostic, okay? And Grant even had the fucking autistic papers. They're just like, she's not autistic, that's outdated. And then, the psychiatrist who did the Social Security testing said, oh, she's not borderline. She's fucking intermittent explosive temper. We get that under control. She can go back to work. So all in all, you got all these records stacked up at the welfare office saying, and then she turns around and tells them all to go fuck themselves when she wants me to help her get on disability, and it doesn't work because they turned around and said, self-diagnosed, oh, she might have borderline personality symptoms. Oh, she's borderline. Oh, she's bipolar. She might have bipolar symptoms. Oh, she's not this, she's schizophrenic. I mean, you look at all the fucking diagnoses, lawyer's gonna say, as he did, which one? We can't take this to the judge. I'm firing Chloe. She can't, they're basically pointing a finger that Chloe wants to be diagnosed autistic to get money, which is rubber stamped. Instead, the misdiagnoses are so bad that our lawyer group I talked to about the whole thing with the police and the fucking other issues, they said we can't go after them. I mean, yeah, they misgender her. We can basically get her gender markers changed. It costs you $200 for us, but that's as much as we can do. We can't basically say, retract this, retract that. They don't have to retract shit. They can sit there and say, Chloe's abused Rita, assaulted Rita, assaulted a girl in the homeless shelter, assaulted another girl in San Juan Island, did this, and this. She can sit there and say, remove it. They'll be like, fuck you, we don't have to, fuck you, we don't have to. I mean, literally, they don't have to do shit, I found out. So one of the things I gotta do is I gotta request 3 sets of records for me. I'm just curious. Grant Integrated Services, Compass Health, and then my other records are due in. I gotta call Compass to say about records release because I'm not going through them and I like to know before what's going on. So, I might go in there on maybe tomorrow if I'm feeling up to it and get my records release sent to me at my address so I can actually have it sent to me. Because I'm entitled to it, and if they deny it, I can sue them already. I mean, literally, I'm entitled to my records. And, frankly, at the time, I was suicidal because, Tara knows, because of Chloe. And I have a lot to live for. That's why families like working with me, we have to make a definitive plan, which we are getting in the works now, because they want me safe. And, frankly, the problem is, she's not getting any better. I mean, literally, it's like Cascade said to their thing. And I'm going to explain Cascade, okay? Fairfax says, nope, we don't want her. Smokey said, nope, after 4 days, no medical records, no this. Get her out of here. We're done with her. Even though her page is costing $70 and 42 fucking pages of useless shit, they didn't do anything. I mean, literally. I mean, they did not do anything. I mean, and then Cascade said, well, if we take her back, they're more likely the court order her to be in there. But they also know if she has an LRA, less restrictive alternative, outpatient care order, she'll just fucking leave the state. She'll just pack and leave. Be like, hi, Mom, I'm home. Yeah, and meanwhile, they can't put a warrant out because what are they going to put it out for? Violating a court-ordered appointment from mental health, they can do that. They can fucking avoid it because what do they do? Send out the po-post and say, Chloe, you're going back to Ohio. or from Ohio to Washington, it's going to cost 20 grand to expedite you and blah, blah, blah. The taxpayers aren't going to give a shit. They're going to be like, keep her in Ohio. Literally. Mom might just be able to transfer it out there, but, what are they going to say? Well, she was under arrest when she was there. I mean, basically an involuntary is like being under arrest without it, and it's the legal way of arresting people without, and it's under a special, record instead of being actually arrested, but the thing is, no one knows these things, and so technically it's, bullshit, so. But anyway, back to my story. So, basically, Chloe's thinking of getting a job. I'm kind of worried because, as I told the family, that, if it falls back to me and if I have to pay full price, I don't eat. So, I'm really worried about that. I mean, Chloe's like, well, the thing is, we don't know how temperamental Chloe can be. And the workforce. That's what I meant. We know exactly how she is at home. So, anyways, this video is 30 minutes long. I gotta make dinner. Yay. And, basically, I got my layaway plan set up. I just gotta make a couple business letters, and then I will go from there. I got everything done, and so I'm happy to report all as well. I'm kind of unhappy that I have emailed, some people, but I'm not answering my email every day because, I still got to email Heart people, and I got to talk to her about that TV, but, oh, alright, I forgot to mention the paper. Tara was curious about, okay? See, when I do my to-do list, I write it down on paper, that's no problem, but when I have to write down notes and stuff for game companies or other things, and I have to put together something, I don't like transferring it from document to paper again. So I just want to basically have one sheet, go through it, and then, print it out, staple it to my letter and be like, here's what I request, and be done with it. I mean, that's what the printer's for. I don't want to spend an hour writing one large letter. I want to just say, hit print, done, sign name, done. Where I can do it that way and keep with my letters, and do it that way professionally and get it done. And that's what I'm looking at. That's why I have the dinky pin. I prefer gel pins, but yeah, it's cool. It works. But anyways, so, Chloe's not the problem, when it comes to certain issues. Like I said, I justify certain things, but, when it comes to certain things, I have to put my foot down, like shoes, and stuff like I told Tara. I mean, I just can't do everything. And so, literally, Tara knows I don't eat chips all the time. I mean, literally, I don't splurge on chips that often. Hell, I don't even eat little Smokies that often. I just don't understand why the hell that I have heart disease pretty bad. It's probably my diet in the past, but, nowadays, I don't even go out and buy freaking chips that often. Hell, it takes me a year or two just to go out and get weed up my ass, basically, just to go buy some cookies, Oreos. Oh, yeah, I want to try these new cheeseburger Oreos. Oh, yeah. As Aaron would say, jokingly, but honestly, the thing is, when it came to me and Aaron, we didn't buy a lot of sweets. I mean, we got cakes, and I got to earmark money for hot dogs and and cake frosting, we have buns, but my thing is, like I said, things that happen, but, that's another earmark. I got to earmark that on the shopping list, so we can have cake, the food bank always gives us cake, so next month is cake, and this time I'm getting half the fucking cake. I'm not going to get 2 little slices of brownie, and then the whole damn thing's been gobbled up by a little Miss Sweet. I mean, it was unfair. And so, to me, I bought frosting, so it's like, I bought frosting, and I only got 2 little slivers. The rest of the entire sheet was eating my heart. So, that's why, family says, honestly, they think, oh, she's selfish. Well, I mean, because that's what you guys think, then so be it. I mean, me, all I'm trying to do is live with coffee in me and trying to do these videos, trying to wait till my phone gets restored. I want to call Poppy too. Poppy's going to probably be pissed that I got denied at the hospital. But you know what? Oh well, lost it. Plain and simple. Someone has heart trouble, they have to see in 3 minutes. EMS didn't even want to pick me up, so that tells you that. Boy, had to take me, off island to do this thing in a wheelchair. I mean, I was a lady today that I'm friends with at the library. She's a librarian. She said, Rita, you don't look too good. I'm going, yeah. And I told her what happened. She goes, oh my God. And I go, yeah. So she's like, why didn't you stay home? I said, because I have to walk. Secondly, the door in here is narrow that won't fit a wheelchair. This place isn't wheelchair accessible that much. I mean, it is if you do this, but I need a plug and I need a place to come put my computer. She said, look, you're in a wheelchair, and because of your heart disease, we'll set you up right in front of the fireplace. They got this nice little propane fireplace that burns, and we'll put you right in front of there, and you can sit there and run your computer there. We'll close in another room. I mean, literally, she's like, we can work with you. You shouldn't be just denied services because we're not wheelchair accessible. We'll work with you. But I said, yeah, and then I have to have 2 laptops on my thingy, and then I have to have Chloe pushing me up, and then she's going to be bitching about pushing me up a hill in a wheelchair. And I said, I could really use a power chair, and talking to her about that, but she was like, tell me, you look like crap. I said, well, when I get home, I'll go back to my jammies. I mean, that's all I've been living in is jammies. Cook dinner in jammies, lay in bed in jammies, play my Switch on it with jammies, and, the other things I was talking about, is I've already earmarked just in case enough money to send her one way to, either San Diego, Phoenix, Las Vegas, Pittsburgh, or Ohio. So technically one way, even Columbus. The thing is I just don't want to deal with all this crap. I mean, look, even Melissa and Sarah know I'm going through hell. I mean, how would you feel if you were basically going through hell because, you're sitting there, right? And this is where family, Tara, Jay, Gabby, and stuff, they say, oh, fine, Lexi and Tara and Corey and, everyone. Chloe's mom says, ow, it's not happening. The whole financial thing, financial abuse. And, if you look at it from an autistic person, which I've asked it many times, I'm going to ask again, Gabby, autistic or not, Chloe? Now, the thing is an autistic person, I would think, because I went special ed, would basically know how to manage better. Instead of basically taking it and going, this is mine, you can have the rest. And when I looked today, it was like, oh, you got milk. And you got walnuts. I said, okay, I'll eat the walnut. And I got chili. And then she's like, I want chili. I don't want ramen. So, and she's eating her ramen bowls for lunch. So she's dwindling it. So that means she's going to have to live more on spaghetti. But instead, she wants chili and she wants me to live on ramen and spaghetti. And so family sits there and says, well, this isn't a fair trade, because, I'm paying the lights. I'm paying the rent. I'm paying ferry tickets. I'm paying all this. And yet, say for example, I wanted to go and buy dry goods. Well, let's just say I went to Walmart and bought 2 cases, let's just say 48 cans of chili. Half that would be earmarked for clothes. No one's hands but. It's give or else. So, so when talking to Tara, we were talking about, the threats and everything today, and, she said, look, Rita, she said, there's a lot of people out there that love you. Teddy said the same thing. We've tried everything we can. Nothing works because they want to believe a fucking retard, basically. And so they're basically blaming it on you, but the thing is, it ain't you. She's turning it around. It's narcissism. So technically they're making it look bad, but now the doctor there doesn't want to know her because she basically said, yes, I need medication. And they go out there. And when I was leaving, the doctor's like, do we know if Chloe would talk to the sheriff was medicated? I can run half out of it, completely drunk. Nope, she got kicked out after 4 days. They didn't even place her anywhere. They said they're not paying. The county of Grant's not paying, so they kicked her out. Well, how did that happen? It's simple. She didn't give her medical records, and she refused to be medicated. So the joke's on you, lady. The lady's like, as I was leaving, the sheriff's just like, feel free to leave, Rita. I go, okay, but you're not arresting me, staggering home. He says, I'm not going to bother with you. You got enough information and insight of what's going on in this relationship that's toxic. So, literally. So, the other day, as I was telling Tara, it was today, that happened, they told Tara I was off on to ER, which I didn't bring this up, with the nitro and everything else, that, basically what happened was, Chloe went to get psych eval, and they said, look, you've tried Grant, you've tried Catholic Charities, you've tried Columbia Valley Community Health, you've tried Confluence, you've tried Sound Behavioral, you've tried Fairfax, Cascade, Smoky Point, nothing works. Why should we fucking pay for any more of your fucking con jobs? you want to get a job and get medicated, that's fine. But if the meds aren't working, it's because you don't have these disabilities. They're just sticking it on there for billing purposes. Now, if you're autistic, that's one thing, but you need a autistic specialist. No one's going to bill you, bill the specialist after age 20 because it's not necessary under the Medicaid program. You have to be 20 or under, and if you're 20 or under and you were diagnosed, then they'll still pay. But because she's been diagnosed at 9 and the diagnoses are 8 and the diagnosis is 22 years old, 21 years old, something like that, they said it's useless as tits on a board. So technically you get the idea. So basically the mental health system is broken because they got to go bill it to something. I mean, look. I mean, literally they basically turned around, okay, with me. And basically they turned around and they said to me, they even asked me while I'm sitting there getting the test done, they're checking for my heart. They're trying to see if I should send me off to Oregon to the heart specialist there, or send me into Bellingham. And guess what, Tara? I know you're watching this probably. They turned around and said, well, I'm more likely needing a cardiologist in either Mount Vernon or Everett or even Seattle, because they do not want to send me up there because it's run by Peace Health, which is part of the island. So they refuse. They're like, well, so technically it's either Oregon or go down south by bus and hope like hell I can get this taken care of. And, like they said, is basically it's all the stress built up because, I mean, literally, you guys heard it from me. $280 is a lot of money just to go every day for 20 days. That's 20 tickets, about 20 to 25 tickets is about $280 to $350 for tickets just to get CMAR. And CMAR doesn't even want her. They're like, look, if you can't do this, you can't do that, and you're not doing this, and you're not doing that, why should we bother with you? It's just a waste of time. I mean, it's like Tara said, she's not giving anyone a chance. I mean, literally, she goes in there, they belittle her, fuck you. Another place basically rubber stamps her, one appointment borderline, fuck you. Another place turns around and says, oh, well, she's got a lot of mental illnesses, but we can't take her because she's autistic, and we don't understand, so she's like, fuck you. Then she goes to the other place that's taking her because my psychiatrist works there, the head psychiatrist. 1 appointment, 2 appointments, fuck you. I want reading all my appointments. Well, I said, I'll read my book out front or I'll go find a coffee shop. Again, fuck you. So, then basically up here on the island, same thing, fuck you. Read it because it goes in with me, otherwise no way stand but fuck you. DSHS, the one that does the welfare program for food stamps, cash assistance and stuff, they said, we want to reapply, and we can still have the window open to appeal your denial on disability. She said, fuck you. I got 9 different disabilities. Which one is it? She said, talk to Rita. Well, we can't without a release. She said, fuck you. Lady called me up about a week later and wanted to talk to Chloe. I said, okay, Chloe, once you're talking to Rita, fuck you. Lady finally talked to me for about 15 minutes and says, oh, you know more than I do. She looked up the records of shit. She's got 9 different SMIs, severe mental illnesses. She's like, which one? I said, there you go. Why do you think it's that? She looked up the exhibit files of shit. They're putting in bipolar disorder, bipolar symptoms, this. I said, that's not including the mental hospitals from San Diego, from other places she's been to that her mom doesn't know about, all basically saying it's alcohol, booze related, drugs and alcohol, meth and alcohol. Lady says, oh my God, she needs a payee. Well, I told her what I thought. She's like, I said, her lawyer canned her. Well, apparently she, after that, the social worker called me and said, well, she needs to get into this place if she wants to cash. I was like, fuck you. I don't want cash. I'm not going to have cash. Because I'm not going to go through some dumbass that's trying to put me on the wrong meds. Well, if you don't get meds, you don't get Social Security. She's like, I don't get Social Security anyway. So, about 2 weeks later, a lady called me up and then wanted to talk to me, tried to talk to Tim. I said, look, Chloe's medical record said this, and she pulled it up and goes, oh, interesting. This is brilliant. I mean, look, the DSH, that's Chloe's mom basically talking about developmental. She even pulled it up and says, we can't even help her, even if she's got a 22-year-old diagnosis, and we get the reports, which she's like, Rita, you need to request them. We can't. They're going to charge us like $2,500. Well, good. The Social Security guy wanted it. And he was going to charge $100,000. He's private practice. And for me, it's $150. You going to give me the money? Well, I said, no, I'm not paying anymore. I spent probably $1,900 alone in medical records for Chloe. That's what it cost me. And I haven't got, I said I had to give up a lot to to get those records, and it didn't do me any fucking good. The lady realized that I've done enough, and it ain't basically panning out. And so, when it comes to all these people sitting here, well, you're holding Chloe back from disability. Really? When Chloe turns around and says, I'm autistic, I need a diagnosis of autism, they put that in the fucking record. You don't sit there and say, oh, well, I'm autistic, I need to have a new diagnosis of it. No, you basically say, okay, well, Chloe basically said today, jokingly, well, if they want to say I'm bipolar or borderline, I'll accept that. But, look, Grant turned around and said she's bipolar 2. Another place said she's bipolar 1. Another place said schizophrenic. Another said schizoaffective. Another one said narcissistic personality. Another said paranoid personality. Another one said schizotypical. Another one said borderline. Which one? You see, every one of them that I've talked to, I talked to a social worker, alright, well, I had my chest looked at. I said, what do you make of it? And I even had a psychiatrist come in and looked at me and he goes, well, after we got into the proper channels, we can't hold her in our own psych wing. Literally, she's talked suicide, she hasn't done it. She talks about buying a rope, she hasn't done it. She's talked about this, she hasn't done it. She's all talk. Even if we did hold it, we do take suicide seriously. This is just a attention seeker and a con artist. And so, you get the idea. But I gotta go because I gotta make dinner. But my thing is Chloe has some problems and no one understands. And I'm just too burned out. So, if anyone needs to know the outcome, besides the other meds I'm taking, which I'm not going to share with you, basically what I had was what they call a mild heart attack. Or 2 of them. So, technically, that's why I've been given a 10 refills of nitro, told them to basically stay in. And try not to exercise or overdo it. So if I get a mile to 2 miles on a treadmill a day, that's fine. Don't overdo the exercise. And don't go up hills, down hills, up hills, and don't have Chloe push me because it's not going to make her happy. And she, literally. As I forgot to tell Terry, Chloe wants me to get the phone restored so I can actually tether the thing with the 50 gigs I got next month. The problem with having 50 gigs is this. It goes pretty quickly on YouTube. So, technically, I want to use the phone part for YouTube and et cetera, and, and other things. Literally, and so it's not, to Chloe, We have a backup phone being ordered again. This time it's $49 instead of $25 for unlimited minutes. Hopefully we can hold that one in peace. I got paperwork to send out in the next day or two to welfare to be resorted for $15 in food stamps. I'm hoping the electric bill, is our credits hit, so we don't have to worry. We've been using the heater a lot again, like I said to Tara. The oven was left on again, and that kind of irritates the shit out of me. I might ask Chloe to clear the butter containers up tonight and have butter with my toast. I know butter's not healthy either, nor is margarine, but, I gotta use something up, once in a while. And with all the bread we got, we might as well. My chest freezer is full of bread. And, and I don't have enough peanut butter, but like I said, I just don't want to buy a jumbo jug because, in my opinion, yes, Tara J, I think it's nasty taking a spoon. It's like taking a spoon, right? Now, if you and Lexi were sitting there and Lexi had hers and you had your peanut butter, it'd be fine. Or same with ice cream. But if you just sit there and go, my mom said that this is wrong, but I guess to some people it's fine. It's just not for me, literally. But anyways, I just want to say I love all of you, and I hope this video was informal and informative, and that Chloe's got her own ideas. I hope between family, my family, Chloe's family, we can come to some happy medium that we're all happy and that I can have peace. Because frankly, as Tara said a while ago, it's gonna kill me. Same with Teddy. The only thing I'm looking forward to is pre-orders on games. I got an email out on a pre-order contract, that I emailed about. I'm a good customer of the company, so I asked them about that. And because I'm tired of Amazon. Literally, Amazon charges too much. $8 a game for shipping, and then they charge me sales tax. I can buy it through this one company, and they charge me like $1 per game, no sales tax, but they charge like $2, $3 less per game. So I'm thinking maybe I need to go through them. And so that's what I'm working on right now. So if any of you need to know that. Fly rods, I've asked Tara about picking me up some if I give her some money, but as Tara and I both agree, glasses are coming first before me purchasing fly rods. Literally because I cannot fucking see. And literally that's really another problem that I'm having. Is literally I can't see. I mean, last night Chloe's like, well, I don't want to help you if you're not going to listen, you know. And it's like, dude, just tell me where to fucking go in the game. I mean, where do I go? I mean, I can read the map. Well, go up. Okay, I'm going up this mountain. There you go. To get Oriole's bow. Finally, I just took care of it. And then when I went in, I was like, oh, well, I better take care of Lord Harkin. Those exploding arrows, those 3 times damaging undead arrows work. I was taking down Draugr. However, I'm thinking about enhancing my elven bow a little better and make it more stronger. So I can get more of that. That means I gotta go to Dark Something Cave to get more of those arrows. And the 20 arrows at a time, you know, heck, Serana gives me those dark arrows. So between that and that, I'm doing pretty rad, you know. However, I want to get my other bows up. I mean, my Nightingale bow is pretty badass too. I want to improve that in the smithing skill too. So, you know, I'm working on smithings and everything else. My enchantment's almost up, but I haven't filled in the enchantment tree to get legendary. So, you know, so I'm working on that. That's what I've been doing the past time. And, you know, I've been also talking, I emailed a company about a pre-order game that is due out in a couple months, and they sent me an invoice to pay online. My debit card was missing, as everyone knows, so that's earmarked too. So I already got 2 new games coming from Limited Games. Limited Games did Dragon Sinker, which is a Kimco game. I don't even remember what it was. It was just some cool RPG game, and the reviews look good. I gotta sit down, as I told Teddy, sit down at the library tomorrow since I have nothing to do, and I will be messaging and watching reviews. It's on my list. I have, since I love talking about reviews, I gotta make out a review list tonight. But my current review list is, approximately 66 games I gotta review. So I'm reviewing 66 games. And, not including the new ones that just came out, you know, and, you know, and then I gotta review this list here, which is some more, so, basically, oh, and another thing I wanted to share with Tara, okay, I love Tara dearly, everyone knows this, but when it comes to this, 5 subject, 108 page, right? Now, 5 subjects ain't bad. The problem, Tara, is I don't want to keep making notes and then leaving it in one notebook and then making another one. I just want to print everything out. I mean, in my day and age, it takes me longer to write everything down by hand after looking it up on the computer I have and then transferring it to hand and then retransferring it into a program. I just want to print it all out and get it done. You know, that's why I was going to get a printer, so, you know, I hope you don't mind since you asked. Now, I am going to write you anyways because I do want to ask that question that I have that, you know, and I will be sending out letters tonight, one to Nintendo, one to Tara, and then I got to work on some other stuff. I think, I don't know, Exceed, I still got to write Exceed, I think. Yeah, Exceed makes the Trails series. So I got an Idea Factory, I gotta write Falcom, I gotta do. So yeah, I gotta write those, and then Atlas is that one. So basically, I got some ideas for Atlas, you know, but I have to print out my stuff. I'm not gonna pay 25 cents a page for like 13 pages. I'm just gonna go buy a printer and then buy the ink carts and let's print it out and get it over with. It shouldn't be that much. They're marked already this month anyway. As Sharon knows, I basically budget. And also my budget can actually help me with my spreadsheets, you know, and then I can actually sit down after printing out everything and see, you know, get it into the formulation that Tara wants and then send it to her. I mean, you know, Tara and I are family and, you know, I'm wanting her business to take off, so I'm trying to do the accounting, you could say, you know, with the materials and everything she buys. I just gotta get her to, you know, take some time besides making Moppy's outfit, which she promised. She's making 3 right now, sending me with the DS, and I gotta send her some money from business cards again that I got earmarked. That's something I need to talk to her about. that, I think the printer would come in handy for a light business thing. I also need to talk to Kara about Christmas time about a new laptop for earmarking for spreadsheets only, just in case, because my computer's almost 3 years old, hubby's gone, so I think maybe I should toy around with Windows 10 with a 17-inch screen. So that's something I will be sending in a letter tonight about. So with that said, everyone, it's dinner time. Wow, it's late. So please add and subscribe. Please post comments. Please leave feedback, suggestions. Just keep it nice as all we ask. Hit that like and subscribe button, that bell notification to get new content. Thanks for watching. Enjoy every pop.